Hi, this is a rundown of rig version 33. It is built around an action camera, but you can of course plug in any camera to this encoder we see here at the bottom. If we remove the selfie stick, that extends 1.5 meters for a total height of 1.65 meters. We see the encoder box. Standout features include hot swappable dual NPF batteries, and you can use any size that you feel like. Those were 750s, these are 970s, or if you want to run a 550. The small one gives you about 2.5 hours, middle one gives you 5 hours, big one 7.5 hours, two of the big ones 15 hours. You can hot swap, so you can carry as many batteries as you wish for how long stream that you want to make. You can run one battery at a time if you want it to be as light as possible. In this configuration, this box weighs about 1 kilo. If you put two 750 batteries, it weighs together with the camera, meaning everything you need to stream, it weighs just under 2 kilos, 1.9 or so. It has two modems, 5G, latest technology 5G modems. It's got 8 antennas for a 4x4 MIMO, cross-polarized, so horizontal and vertical antennas, so that no matter which position you have the box in, you're likely to get the best reception out there. It is built with this specific shape because the client has a disc golf backpack that he wants to fit it in, which is 18 by 13 by 10. So with those constraints, this is what I came up with. It's very nice though if you don't want it in your backpack, to be able to put the selfie stick on there and carry it like this. You can extend it out as long as you wish to and then film yourself whilst doing activities. You can also place it on a surface like this and use it as a tripod. And then if you wish to, you can add things to this modified Action 4, like a phone for chat on this cold shoe here. And the astute amongst you, there we go, helps if you tighten it. I'm gonna keep that blooper. You can also of course put a light, and the astute amongst you notices that the camera is upside down. This camera's party trick is that it can lock the horizon no matter if it's up or down, and for chat I prefer having it below, but if you have a light, for example, it will look better if you put it on the top, like so. Now you can see in the dark. It has a little plate here on the back that you can have under your shirt, and if you don't want the tripod and want to go hands-free, you can clip through your shirt these two together and it will sit just fine. It is designed, the camera with the modifications, let's take this clip off to show. It's designed to have an internally secured cable so that you don't get any moisture ingress whilst using, say, an external microphone. And the cable is just the right length to be plugged in, like so. And this camera can be used wireless to this box. It has a Wi-Fi hotspot that you can connect to and then stream it wirelessly from here to the box, which has two modems included. You can also connect 2, 3, 4, as many you wish extra Wi-Fis. It comes included with one extra Wi-Fi, but more can be added via USB. So this is a super light, easy way filming yourself, having wireless mics if you have guests or whatever. And if you want to run wired, the same cable that you used for the wireless camera will then be plugged into the second available USB port. You can also plug in more Wi-Fi hotspots or something like a HDMI capture card if you want to run a mirrorless camera or whatnot. comes with a tripod foot as well, in case you want to run the camera wireless and you have the encoder in the backpack. You can then take the same tripod and stick it on this tripod base. Let's put the pieces back together. If you want it to be just a very lightweight 1.5 meter tall tripod, you can do that. And then replace the wireless mic, turn it upside down. This time we're going to secure it properly, okay? That way you have a selfie stick, can film yourself, can extend it, have your phone there, take off the tripod, put it in a pocket, just hold this bit. Can be wired, can be wireless, whatever you want. You can also, if you say you want to leave it on the tripod for a very long time, the camera has about 2.5 hours of battery life, as is, but add a small little power bank in this mount like that, plug the cable in, and now you're charging it. I imagine like this it would run 8-10 hours. You can of course grab a bigger battery if you want, and you can be wireless as much as you want. I figured we could take some nerdy stuff at the end and some close-ups. 2 charging ports for faster charging. Everybody likes that. On-off switch. The box runs very cool because all of the components are heat sunk to the case. So I tested it in 25 Celsius ambient, completely wrapped in insulating layers with no extra volume for several hours. And the internal temps when it comes out are not over 60 degrees. The hottest thing is the Wi-Fi dongle sitting at 56.8 degrees. The modems internally sit at about 45 degrees, and they are rated for 75 degrees under continuous operation. The encoder itself reaches just around 80 degrees, and it has a maximum temperature of 115, so well below the limits. And this is in a zero ventilation situation, meaning any normal backpack would run cooler than this. So it should tolerate external temperatures, ambient of 35-40 degrees, no worries. And here we have a thermal image of the heatsink. The heatsink surface is below 50 degrees. The batteries, which is the most heat sensitive part of the build and why they are external, sit at 40 degrees. And that is the cell you can see through the enclosure. So even on hot summer days, you should be fine. And if you were to go to the desert, worst case, you'd have to crack open the zipper just ever so slightly. But in most normal use cases, these thermals are fantastic and nothing you should need to worry about. I've now taken out 4 screws, 2 on each side. There's a tool included for that. And then you split it by pulling these 2 sides apart carefully because there's internal cables. And here you see the modems. Let's remove the USB cables. So we separate the modem module from the encoder box. And here we have our SIM cards. Top one sits right there, and the bottom one sits right there. And a tweezer to be able to easily replace these are also included in the kit. So fully user serviceable, or if you need to replace SIM cards, that's absolutely doable. can now remove another 4 screws, 2 on each side, and we can take apart the modem module. If a worst case scenario happens and your memory card gets corrupted or something happens with the box so it doesn't boot, there is a spare pre-configured memory card included in the box, so you can just swap it. To remove it, you compress the foam so you clear the SD card. It's very important not to wiggle it back and forth. That's why the foam is there, to hold it in place. No bending it up or down, and then you can replace it with this one. It comes pre-configured with your account and everything, so it's literally just swap it in, turn it on, and keeps room. To put it back, same way as when you took it apart. Put in those 4 screws on the front, take the modem module, plug in the 2 USBs, close it up, put in the screws, and off you go streaming. That's it for today. Have a good time. Thank you for watching.